Well, great morning, everyone. Ruffle shuffle the cards and let's look and see what it's going to talk about today. Pick the 18 cards first and then we'll look at them together. Okay, so let's see, underneath of it all, we have this attempting to cling to what they have, okay? The four of deniers. So sometimes it's about either the values that you have, your daily life, clinging to it, or it can be monetary things. But this is the concrete. So let's see what the reading's about. Okay, first thing out, it's about an agreement. In agreement, when it comes to, is this, yeah, what's being birthed? What's being birthed? An agreement about what's being birthed. When it comes to the fight for truth. An agreement about now wait a minute. These are new cards, so wait a minute. No, this is what we hold to, okay, our valuation, what we hold to, the fight for truth about what we are holding to. So the energy coming into it is about what's happening at the White House, okay? The balance of it, where things are moving to, the actions that he's taking. When it comes to overseas, and then the struggle with that. The struggle for the things that are happening overseas with the White House. Okay. So when it comes to Trump, and this past, looking at the past, Trump, and the evidence that we have, the things we're holding on to, the things we have gathered and collected about the past when it comes to Trump, the struggle we're having with that for the truth, the action, okay? When it comes to the challenge of walking away, distancing from, democracy, his walking away from democracy, and the burden of actions that are coming as he attempts to walk away from democracy. Okay. So the potential outcome is where this is moving to as this goes forward. We have a message coming out when it comes to the courts, justice. Now, I think that this has to do with the ongoing case with that president's there now from El Salvador, because it looks like that the agreement about the the actions and this fight for truth. Yeah, extra information is about, now this is a lot of times the one for the absolute truth and the fight, the courts, the fight, justice moving forward when it comes to that, and the compassion. The lid is off, looking at what he is doing, the messages he's putting out about where he wants to move this to, and the ending of justice. Okay, now justice would like to end this, but he is just, turning a blind eye and say, I'm not listening to you. One second he said, oh yes, I'm going to listen to the courts, absolutely. And then the next second he's with that other dictator over there and said, yeah, no. Are you going to bring him back? The El Salvador guys, well, I can't bring him back if Trump's not going to accept him, okay? So the ending of justice. Trump is looking at just thumbing his nose at justice. So this is coming to a battle between Trump and the Supreme Court now, okay? Because the lid is off. They were saying this guy's got to have due process. And then Trump is saying, he's telling this dictator, well, you need to build 5 more prisons because we're going to send homegrown people. I want to send American citizens over there to jails. Okay? So it looks like this is what this reading is about. So let's go ahead and break this down. So it's an agreement about where this is going when it comes to justice, fighting for truth. They're looking at the past of this, what White House is doing, and the struggle, ongoing difficulty that they're having now with him, okay? The past, they gave him all this power, and now it's coming back, okay? So they're struggling with this, where he's walking away. He's walking away from what the Justice Department is saying. They've got the evidence of this, and where he's going when it comes to democracy, okay? So where this is moving to, the actions he's taking, they're looking at the actions of the past that they've done, okay? Now that they have this struggle ongoing with the White House, okay? And they fully have the evidence. They're in agreement about the evidence that they have, and the fight for truth when it comes to Trump. And now when it comes to democracy, they're looking at his past messages, his walking away, and the struggle they're having with it now when it comes to a democracy and the Justice Department, and the evidence that they have and how they're going to go forward, okay? So the Supreme Court now sees that all the power they gave to him is coming back to bite them in the ass, because he's just saying, yeah, I'm going to follow what the Supreme Court says. And then when they say that, he says, no, just not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to bring him back. And in fact, not only am I not going to bring him back, I'm telling this guy build 5 more prisons. I'm going to send American, I'm planning on sending citizens over there next. So get it ready, okay? So we're going to go ahead and continue with the other part of the read here and just see what it says, if it's going to give us more information. At the center of it, yeah, it's the restrictions. The restrictions coming, or restrictions that are in place. Let's look and see. When it comes to him just walking away from the restrictions, he's just wanting to defy the courts. Oh, you say there are restrictions? Yeah, right. Bye. I don't think so. Okay. They've got the evidence. Okay. They have got the evidence. He's just walking away from the restrictions, from what the court is saying now. Okay. The judgment is coming down when it comes to him walking away. Okay. The actions that he's taken overseas, the things he's putting in place, they're studying it now, looking at all the evidence, studying about what he's doing. There will be a new action of judgment coming down because he's just walking away. Okay? When it comes to the control and the power, when it comes to control and power, in what he's doing overseas, there is more investigations coming. Okay? So we have things that are up in the air. When it comes to this ultimate power of who's controlling, they're trying to stand in guard, standing guard, when it comes to the actions, and to repress and restrict him. Okay? So he's trying to challenge the powers of the courts. The fight is there now because he's thumbing his nose at the courts, and they're looking at, you know, the monster they've created. Okay? So that's what's going on today. The courts are telling him, you got to bring this guy back. And, oh, I'm going to listen to the courts, what the courts say. I'm going to listen, I'll hear it, and then I'll ignore it. Okay? Because he's got the dictator in the White House and talking to him, build 5 more prisons. I plan on sending American citizens there. And I have no control over what he does in El Salvador. And El Salvador goes, I can't send it back if he's not going to accept him. Okay? So they're playing off one another with that. So I'm going to use my Lenormand and we'll do that read real quick and just see what else it's going to say about that. This back and forth. Well, I have no control. The U.S. has no control over El Salvador. El Salvador says, well, I can't just send him back if it's not accepting him. So what do we have with this? The center of it, the diversionary path. Okay. The dark truth, looking at it, looking through the dark to get some wisdom of what's going on about the sacrifices. Yeah, just sacrifice those people. I don't give a rat's ass about them. Okay? I want them out of here. Okay? So this is the cross to bear now. This is the drama that we're having to deal with when it comes to him looking for the deeper knowledge about what's going on with these sacrifices that this guy's doing and what's at the heart of it. Okay? This is the tough wheel, the karmic wheel. this is also a heavy-duty alliance. You have the marriages, well, this is a heavier alliance of causing pain, okay? Yep, the big alliance, the heavy-duty alliance. Not only are we having an alliance, I mean, we are like Siamese twins, okay? You cannot separate us now, okay? So new things that are coming down at the heart of it. Now, I'm not sure if this is just the regular people or this could be Bondi, but there's going to be light coming out about what's happening. There will be fireworks, okay? This is a big blow up when it comes to the storyline he's putting out now, okay? So this is going to amp up. This could also be the courts, in the courts as well, fireworks when it comes to this, because he's just turning around and ignoring his DOJ department that's going into the courts now, that this judge is saying, I want this information, and they're just saying, nope, we're not going to give it to you. Nope, not going to do it, okay? So there are fireworks coming up. This is going to amp up, and we'll have to see how it plays out, okay? Now, my concern is, you know, maybe eventually they will come to a point of Article 25 to take him out, that he is not, you know, not in his right mind to be president, okay? But we'll have to see what happens with this. So on this note, I'll leave that here, and we'll see you online.